asking, but I would like you to start from what we are seeing on markets across the world. How has the impact been like?
I don't know how many people remember what happened in 2000, between 2007, 8 to 9, when we had the financial crisis.
The meltdown, yeah.
Yeah, the global financial crisis. Yeah, this is an advanced form of what we experienced then.
You're saying this is worse?
It's worse
than what we saw then.
The crash that we're having on the markets is likened to what, there was a crisis then in 1989. Yes. So those are the levels that we are looking at. And trillions and trillions of dollars has been wiped off. People are losing their investment. What it means is that people don't trust the market to survive anytime soon. So investors are pulling out, taking their monies out, their investment out. So people are just dumping. Yes, yesterday, what normally happens is that because of what happened in 2008-9 during the financial crisis, the market instituted what we call circuit breakers.
Okay.
Said that within a day, when they realize that things are getting out of hand, people are just dumping their investment, like pulling out like that, then they break, at least, so that the market can have a breather. So they instituted a 3-tier circuit breaker in the entire system. So the first one at 5%, that's before opening, they will hold on to trading. Then when it crosses 7%, they will hold on to trading. Then when it crosses about 13%, like that. And so far we've reached, even at a point we've crossed 13%.
You've crossed 13%.
Yeah. And so that should tell you the severity of the situation.
In terms of losses?
Yes, because when, the value of your shares are dropping, you don't have any option than, because when it's not done, what happens is that you have zero, what we call the, is it a drop through, like drop through the bottom of the value of your shares. It means that you are making
your share could be valued as zero at some point in time.
And nobody wants to wait to see that or get to that point. Are you the one who will wait till you reach that point? No. So that's why everybody is dumping off their shares like that, and people are, and the value of so many of the brands and the entities that we know has been wiped off. Billions, trillions of cities have been wiped off.
So huge companies are losing.
Everybody, airlines, the value of your equity is based on your performance. And if you are not performing
on the market,
or you are not operating, virtually your value definitely would dwindle. And almost every airline now is not performing because they are shut down all over across the world. When planes are even going to airports, Heathrow is virtually empty. JFK is just because most Americans have gone back and they are stuck there. That's why you saw that crowd over there. So airline shares are virtually, going down the drain. And Virgin Atlantic, for instance, and a couple of airlines have to lay off temporarily and suspend some of their workers. Close to, I think Virgin was around 10,000 people, And
that have been sent home.
Yes. And the relationship between the markets and the entire economic system is that when the market is going down like that, commodity prices also go with it. Are you getting it? Because confidence is not there. So, people also buy stocks in oil, for instance, and hold it with the hope that the prices will go up and then they will make profit on it.
Okay.
So it's virtually almost every commodity. That's what is done. So if the confidence is not there, then people start dumping. So that's why oil, for instance, you realize that
it's at $30 now.
Yes, as of yesterday, it even dropped to the world benchmark Brent dropped to about $29
a barrel.
And then you have this crazy war between Saudi Arabia and then Russia going on, also contributing to it. So when you look at oil, for instance, you realize that countries that depend solely or mostly on oil, their revenues are more than virtually gone. So, for instance, Ghana, we benchmark our crude at $58.86.
In the last budget.
Yes.
Yeah,
In the
sure.
2020 budget, which means that when you take, we are now at 30.
So we have lost $28.6.
That's it. Where are you going to get that?
That's close to half of the revenue that we're expecting
Yes.
gone.
And it means that virtually for the first quarter, it's gone. And if the situation doesn't improve and it enters into the second quarter, you can imagine.
So let's say if this continues for a while, what does that mean to government?
What it means to there are a lot of scenarios here, and which when you look at it, it's still not even good, looking good at all. One, we realize imports is virtually non-existent at the moment, so it means that ports the revenue will definitely be affected. And when I use an educated guess, it wouldn't be less than 20%, and 20% drop in ports revenue is very significant. And if you continue to the second quarter, it means we are losing virtually about half of port revenue. The same at airports as well. Yesterday, the civil aviation was saying so far they've even made a loss of about 20% on their revenues already.
Ghana Civil Aviation.
Yes. So, in terms of revenue generation for government, it means that all that they've budgeted is not going to work. And where are you even going to, unless you go back to IMF, because IMF announced on $1 trillion facility that they've made available for developing and least income economies that are struggling with the virus, that they can come and then access. So unless when the situation continues, then it means that government has to go to
You have to
IMF.
go to the IMF to seek help.
Yes. Because if you even go to the bonds market, no investor is coming to invest when there is so much uncertainty around the world at the moment. You won't get it.
That is serious.
So
basically, what we are saying
every
is
country is battling the situation, and
nobody
so
will
who is
support
going
you.
to give you the money?
So government is stuck.
Government is
So you're losing revenue at a very fast rate.
Very fast rate.
Okay, already you have collapsed a lot of banks. So you yourself, you have cost yourself. So you are losing revenue. You are losing revenue on oil. So what it means is that basically some programs cannot be funded anymore.
Yeah, of course. But even if assuming, let's say even by close of the month, let's say the best case scenario that at the end of March and things normalize, you've lost your first quarter revenue. Where are you going to get it from?